We have Nikki on the phone here in Glendale. Now, listen, you say in your email here, Dear Ron and Sissy, the other day a friend of yours insisted she come over while your husband was at work. It's out of character for her. So she comes over, and what does she do when she comes over, Nikki?
Well, it was so random that she, first of all, that she came over at the time, and she was watching an Instagram live at this time when my husband appeared in the background of the grocery store, and it was so random, and it was hard to get a look. But the guy was wearing a black T-shirt, and my husband, he always wears black T-shirts, and I don't know, it's things have been so busy lately, and I didn't really think anything of it, but now I just can't stop thinking about it.
I'm not following. So your husband was in the background of this Instagram live that your friend was watching?
Yes, and she took a screenshot, and then she came over, and she was like, is this,
Oh.
and I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. But then, wait a second. Maybe it is him.
What was he doing?
What was he doing in the picture?
Yeah.
Well, he had his arm around, this woman, and he kissed her on the head in the grocery store. And I'm like, oh, God. You know what I mean? It's
so this is so you're seeing
weird.
This live? You're seeing it? Is that what we're saying?
Well,
Yeah,
it was live, but then the friend, as she was watching, she was taking screenshots to come over with the evidence.
So that action, though, from the screenshots happened in real time,
Right?
In the background.
It had already happened, but then
Got
she
it.
came over
Got
to
it.
her friend's
But
house.
how
to show
sure
her.
are you this is your husband?
70%. I mean,
Is it a grocery
I'm
store
hoping
that
it's
would
not.
be? Is it a grocery store near you? Is it a grocery store that you think that he would be at?
I mean, do you know when you get that feeling in your stomach? That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, hold 1 second.
Wow.
Let's see. We're going to make the call, see if we can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Was her husband in the background kissing another woman on the head in the grocery store? That's where
Intimate.
we are. Grocery shopping's intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good to have you with us this morning. So, Nikki just revealed to us that a friend comes over to show her a screenshot on her phone of what she thinks, the friend thinks, is her husband. And in the screenshot, this was a live video, and in the background, her friend thinks her husband was at the grocery store holding hands, hugging, and kissing some other woman. In the background, that's what she saw. I mean, the odds of all that happening at the same time and your friend capturing this moment in the background, it's meant to be that you catch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's meant to be that it happened. He was there. He makes the kiss. It's in the background of your friend's phone, and then you find out about it. So, Nikki, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And we are going to do that now. Be very quiet. Let us see what we can find out, all right?
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Victor?
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Victor. My name is Megan. I'm calling from the Glendale Garden. How you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Hi, we're actually a flower shop on brand near the Americana, and we're offering local residents a promotion today. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They're absolutely free. I'm just trying to promote my business, and if you like...
Why you're giving away free roses?
Yes.
Wasn't Valentine's Day a while ago?
Yes, this has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. We're just trying to promote our business and our delivery service. So if you have anybody that you would like to send flowers to, they're absolutely free. I would just need the name of the person that you'd want to send them to, and we can get them out by lunchtime today.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take roses. Do I have to come get them by lunchtime, or are you going to deliver them?
We can deliver them. So who would you like to send them to?
Wait, are you trying to bust me?
Bust you?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard something like this before. You're testing me, right? This is is he going to send them to his wife? Yeah, send them to my wife.
What's her name?
You got me.
What's your wife's name?
Nikki. Send them to my wife, Nikki.
Victor, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. This is a test.
That's what I thought.
I know. I heard you.
Wait, so
why
Nikki,
would
you
we
there?
be testing?
How could
Why would we?
Nikki? Why
your
did you,
voice
why,
is being
how could you doubt
broadcast.
me? What are you
Victor.
doing to me?
Let me say something, Victor. Why did you think it was a test? What made you think I'm being tested? Seems guilty.
I've heard of this before because no one just gives free roses unless they're testing you. I don't know.
Right, but should we be testing you, Victor? Is there a reason?
Mm-hmm.
No. Why?
Okay.
No. Why would you be testing?
I'm going to bring
Nikki,
in
are
your
you
wife,
here? What
Nikki.
are we doing?
Nikki, why don't you tell Victor while we're on with him why we're testing him?
Yeah. Why are we on the radio, hon?
Because we saw, I've seen a screenshot of you in the grocery store on the west side with another woman, and I just want to know, where are you right now?
What? A grocery store?
That's right.
What the hell?
You were seen. You were caught, bro.
Yeah.
There's a
have
woman
the photo.
you're with. You're shopping for groceries.
You got
You kiss
caught
her on the
shopping
head.
for groceries?
With another woman that you kissed on the head. Who's the woman?
I have no idea. What are you talking about? I don't even do most of the grocery shopping.
Victor, who are you grocery shopping with?
I'm not buying any groceries. I can't remember the last time I bought groceries.
All right,
I don't
who
know
are
what
you
you're
meeting
talking about.
on the west side?
Here's the thing.
Look.
Victor.
What?
There's no one in the world has more patience than we. So we can continue and go in circles here. What is it, Tanya?
I mean, there's a couple more people.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of this. We can go in circles here. You can admit to what you did. Or Nikki can just show you the photos. She's got them. So, Nikki, I mean, to me, it sounds like that's the next step here because we're going in circles.
Yeah,
all right?
Look, you got me. I bought broccoli one time, and I forgot to tell you. Look, obviously, we need to talk about
But
this.
you kissed the
clearly,
head. You're with
this entire
another
phone
woman.
call is you trying to trick me. You're trying to catch me in some lie. I'm not cheating. I'm not lying.
All right, well,
we
Victor,
should probably have a real conversation, not
that's
on
what
the
we're going to
radio.
let you do. Goodbye. Thank you, Victor. And Nikki, good luck. I think you should go show him what you have. Thank you guys very much. To me, that's like he's
defensive.
got guilt in all of the sound of his voice. All right, we'll come back to that. We just had Victor and Nikki on the phone. These two married. He was caught in the grocery store in a photo shopping with another woman, kissing her on the head. He knew he was being tested. He knew it was Ryan's Roses. And his voice got so falsetto defensive. And he also knew it was a test. So, like, already he's carrying some sort of, I think, guilt or secret because he knew he was being tested and he got really high-pitched in his voice. And then, I mean, we're just going in circles. This guy's just going in circles.
Interesting he
with us.
called it a test and not a scam.
Well, because he already in his head, he's holding a secret.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'm being tested, not, is this a scam? Like, I feel like there's two different.
I'm no expert, but when someone does two things, they're hiding something, goes into a real falsetto in their explanation, or as a stall tactic. What are you talking about? Like I said, what are you talking about? Me?
It was the broccoli line that really threw me. Sorry about broccoli. It's like, no, that's not what we're talking about.
Well, everything about him was
Yeah.
guilty to me. Everything about him was disingenuous to me. And we have patience, or Tanya thinks we don't.
Well, no, you said we're like the most patient people, and I was like, oh.
Well, we really are. If you think about it, I don't know who's more patient than we.
You were like the most impatient person on the planet.
In Ryan's Roses?
Just
I
in
think
general.
in Ryan's Roses, I'm very patient.
Like, of the three of us, I think you're
Who's the most impatient?
You're the
Tell me
least
now.
patient.
Yes, you.
And then maybe me. And then Tanya's probably the most patient.
Would you rather be? All right, this is fine. Forget the couple. They got problems.
Now we're fighting.
No, not fighting. I'm very curious now.
No, you're full setup.
No. You talking about me? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So, would you rather be impatient or patient? I'd rather be impatient.
Depends on the scenario.
Generic.
Why? Because if
No.
it's life threatening, then I want to be impatient because I want to get to the.
No, if it's life threatening, I'd rather be impatient to get to a quick
That's what I'm saying.
decision.
Yes,
A
if
quick
it's
decision.
life threatening, then we need to be impatient. We need to get to the thing. But if it's
Just like life in general.
Yeah, life in general, then it's good to be patient and then just kind of go with the flow.
You drive to a restaurant, they tell you it's a 45-minute wait. I cut my losses and say next time. I'm impatient. I don't want to wait.
No. I'll sit there and wait 2 hours.
No, get your meal and get done.
I will. I'll be patient for that stuff. I'll wait for food.
I can't.
I will.
I mean, I will, but not 45 minutes.
I waited 2 hours for that Yovo pasta place right there.
That place is cool, though.
I did. I waited 2 hours.
Is that where they make all the different ones?
Yeah, it's all the different ones. Yeah.
It's like fun for the whole family.
It was
gluten-free?
Well, we had the whole family, so we had to wait for the extra booth area because we had the kids. It was like a whole thing.
Come in with an army.
I know. Well, and they actually. There was a mess up. So it wasn't supposed to be that long. It was supposed to be like an hour and some change. And then it ended up being like an hour and 45.
Well,
but it's fine.
It's no direct science predicting the tables. Like 45 minutes. How do you know it's 45 minutes?
I know. I always think that too. I'm like, how do they know?
It is what it is. You just have to make the best of it. I don't when it comes to that stuff, it's just like, what are you going to do? I'm not going to sit there and get mad.
Go to the restaurant next door.
Yeah, me too.
No.
I'm going to pass a different night.
I was like, once in my head is like, that's what we're eating. We'll just wait.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'm not that person.
I am. Michael's not either, and he sits there and just deals with it.
Over whatever food I thought I was going to have.
Yeah, same with me with food.
I do not have my heart so set on it. It's got to be like 2 hours from now I can have it.
Patience.
I don't have any. I blame my dad. He's the most impatient I've ever met.
Love is patient.
I think my dad is so patient. I get the patience from him. Probably.
Exactly. And mine's not, and I don't. And here we are. It's time for Ryan's Roses right now on 102.7 Kiss FM. All right. Let me grab Lori Manhattan Beach, who's reached out to us via email. Lori, thank you for listening, Manhattan Beach. Let me see here. So your husband and you are planning on a vacation for a few days, huh? Between Christmas and New Year's before the end of the year?
Yeah, we were supposed to go with another couple.
Okay, and now what's gone wrong? Why can't he do it?
My husband keeps saying that he has too much on his plate and mentioned it with work, but he works a corporate job. So it's pretty slow this time of year, so it doesn't add up. And he mentioned I should just go away with my friends, but I don't know. I can't.
Hold on, I'm confused.
Yeah.
If he has too much on his plate, how can he get away with his friends?
Oh, sorry. He said I should go away with my friends.
Oh, you should go away with your friends because he's busy, and you don't believe it because his job wouldn't call for something like that?
Days for his job, so it just doesn't make sense.
Wait, what does he do for work? Your phone kind of cut out.
He just has a corporate 9-to-5 job.
Come
so
on.
It kind of shut down. I know. So I just feel like something.
Everything shuts down that week.
Mm-hmm. That's why I can't figure it out.
Okay, so Lori, why is it that because he says, you're married, you should be able to trust each other. He should tell you something you believe in. Why is it you don't believe that he has things to do?
Well, I am hoping I'm just being paranoid. I've been cheated on a lot in the past and was engaged to someone and they cheated with a coworker. So I do get a little triggered when he says he can't go because of work. But I just can't get over that his work is so dead during this time. So why can't he go?
Okay, so Lori, hold on for 1 second. We can go for it. We can make this call before the holidays to see what's up. So Ryan's Roses continues in just a second. We are in Ryan's Roses right now, so don't move. If you missed Lori telling us about her husband, she tells us he says he's too busy between Christmas and New Year's Eve. They were going to have a trip. He's got, quote, too much on his plate, and he's encouraging her to go off with her friends. She doesn't believe him because she thinks his job is dead. It's a dead week. So she thinks something's going on. She just wants to know. Why is he encouraging her to go off with her friends? She thinks that seems suspect. Right. So, Lori, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss.
You got it. Right now, be very quiet till we find out what's going on, until we tell him he's on the air, Lori, okay?
Okay.
Hi, is this Brett?
This is he.
Hi, Brett. My name is Penny. I'm calling from Penny's Pretty Petals. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So actually, I make unique rose flower arrangements and deliver in the Manhattan South Bay area. And today we're offering a free dozen red roses that you can actually send to anybody that you'd like. My arrangements are free for you. We're just trying to do this promotion about like once a month for local residents. And what I ask is that if you like my arrangements, then you refer me to friends and family, and hopefully you come back as a paying customer one day. But for today, this is absolutely free. I don't need cash. I don't need credit cards. I don't need anything from you. We can start with a note to whoever you want to send them to, and they're absolutely free.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love free flowers, and free is so rare these days. I mean, I can, instead of flowers, like, you do like Christmas wreaths. Is that like something you could do?
A Christmas wreath? I've never done one, but I am up for the challenge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just because I don't have anybody to send them to, so I guess maybe like send them to a homeless shelter. I don't know what the note would just say, like have a Merry Christmas or just, something to help people pick up their spirit for the holidays. Sure, I can do that as well. In addition to that, is there anybody in your life that you would just want to send flowers to as well?
How many free things are you giving out?
I mean, I can definitely do that as well. And I mean, just if you have a wife or mom or anybody in your life that you would want to send flowers to on your behalf.
Honestly, if that were the case, just send out 2 homeless wreaths. Then I mean,
okay.
just try to.
Brett, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need to jump in here. My name is Ryan Seacrest, and your voice is on the air. Thank you for the generosity and kindness in sending this to others that may appreciate it this time of year. But Brett, we're here for a reason. I've got your wife Lori on the line. I'm just going to tell you what she told me. She thinks that there's a reason why you're pushing her to go off with her friends between Christmas and New Year's Eve. She doesn't believe you have to work and you have too much on your plate. So she's curious. What is the real reason why you're trying to get her to leave town, Brett?
What? Okay, well, Ryan Seacrest, thanks for asking. It's what I told her. There is not a real reason. There's not like I'm not doing anything shady. I just don't want to go on the trip. I mean, like, that should just be it. Like, we don't.
You don't want to go on the trip? You don't want to spend time with your wife?
Look, I don't mind spending time with my wife. I just don't want to go with another couple. It's just I don't.
You don't like the
with,
couple.
It's more complicated than that, I would say. Let's just say that there's some issues and leave it at that.
Well, what are the issues and why is it complicated? Your wife Lori wants to know.
You know what? I mean, if Lori wants to discuss this again at home, we can do that too, or you could just tell her.
Right, well, Lori, what is the complication? Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm curious to know what the complication is. So, Brett, here's the thing, bro. Why don't you just tell your wife that? Why act like there's too much on your plate and send her to go off their friends? Why not just say you think it's complicated with this other couple for whatever reason? Why not just tell her?
Because she keeps insisting. She's like, "Hey, we got to go away with these guys. We got to go and have some fun. Let's do these things." And I said to her, I was like, "Look, you can go with your friends or whoever and have a trip by yourself, or I would love to go on a trip with just you. Just me and you. Let's do that."
Did he say that to you, Lori? Did
wife.
he tell you that? Did he say it like that?
He mentioned it later, but I feel like it's rude because we already had plans with them for like a few months. So I feel like we need to follow through. We can't just cancel.
All right, let me distill this down to a thought, and I'm going to let you guys figure this out. Brett and Lori, the fact that you guys can't communicate is not good. And number two, the fact that your wife, Brett, thinks you're cheating on her because you're asking her to go off with her friends is bad. There must be a root reason why her head goes to that place. Mm-hmm. So I think the two of you need to spend some time alone together without the friends, without the other couple, and talk about this. Otherwise, it's going to go the wrong way in 2023.
And maybe you just be honest with the other couple. If you're that good of friends with them, Lori, just be like, hey, like me and Brett
we
are going.
need time.
Yeah,
Clearly,
we're going through
you
some
guys
stuff.
need to focus on yourselves because your wife, Brett, thinks you're cheating on her when you disappear. And there's a reason for that. So you got to find out why. I do want to go back to that Ryan's Roses. Like, you got problems when you think that the other person's cheating just because they're not around. I want to armchair quarterback. Tubbs, is that right?
I think that's the phrase.
Yeah. So I want to armchair quarterback for a second. Going back to Ryan's Roses, you've got Lori who writes to us, and she says that her husband is encouraging her to go off with their friends between Christmas and New Year's and canceling a trip that they were going to have. And she thinks, oh, he's pushing me out because he's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So why? Like, there's stuff going on in that relationship, even if he's not.
Right.
That just because he's not around, she thinks he's with another woman. That is a huge issue.
The fact that her brain went there, 100%.
And then we get him on the line. He doesn't want to send the roses to his wife or whatever to his wife.
Yeah, good
He didn't
point.
even acknowledge her. He didn't even bring her up. So it was like he intentionally didn't send the roses to his wife. I'm reading into that. And then he says, I don't want to go with this other couple that she wants to go with on this trip. Although I thought they were going alone. So I'm a little confused. Were they not going on a trip alone? Were they always going with another couple?
No, she mentioned the couple thing in the email.
All right. So, well, they need time alone. They got enough communication issues. They need to forget about everybody else and focus on themselves. But I wonder why, Sisney. Like,
Clearly.
Why did he cryptically say, I don't want to go with this other couple? It's complicated. Like, what's going on with that other couple and this couple?
Maybe
Like,
there's
right, exactly.
Maybe there is a reason for the wife to be second
Right, maybe
guessing.
maybe he
Well, maybe
eyes
there's-
the other couple's wife.
Maybe there is some stuff going on.
Maybe somebody's just annoying in the other couple.
That
I'm
too.
telling you, who was texting about White Lotus last night?
Me.
Oh, can you guys stop?
We're
There's
not
no
going to give it
spoilers.
away.
I know how Tanya is sometimes, and she just like she'll say something and
No,
it'll
but
ruin it for me.
it's the same thing. Look, I mean, that Ryan's Roses could have been in White Lotus.
Yeah, true.
We don't know. If you think of White Lotus, we don't know why he thinks it's complicated. But if you watch White Lotus, there's a whole plethora of complications it could be.
Plethora.
You were like angry with him.
Me?
Yeah, I had to turn down my headphones. You were like yelling.
I wasn't yelling. I was just emphatic.
Well, I had to turn down my headphones. I was like,
Well, you must have had them up too loud.
Stop.
You're hearing all right?
you were yelling.
No, the guy was. I need the guy. Something's going on. I think something's going on with that guy.
Yeah.
But it does
I'm not
frustrate me a
arguing
little
with
bit. It does frustrate me a little bit when he is, he's telling us this stuff and it's complicated, but he won't tell us why. And his wife thinks he's cheating, but he won't tell us any information. So I don't know. I felt like we were going in circles for a minute.
It's interesting that the wife said it wasn't until later that he said he wants to go on a vacation with just her. Because at first he says, I don't want to go on this trip. I don't want to go on this trip. And then later he said, I don't want to go. I want to go with just you. She says he didn't say that until later.
But as their unofficial DJ therapist, they need to spend time alone together. Vanessa, what do you think about that call, Ryan's Roses, you heard a few minutes ago?
So I have a theory. It's either one of two things. Either one, he has a thing for the other woman, or the other guy has a thing for his wife.
You know what?
Because there's such strong feelings.
So in my head, it's an X, right? So on one side of my page, I see two people. On the other side, I see two people, and I crisscross them, and they're linked to the opposite diagonal lines, and that's what I was picturing as well. So either he's been caught looking at her, or she's been caught looking at him, the other her and him. I think it distills down to that, Vanessa. I like that theory. In my mind, I think you're probably right.
One drunken night.
I think it has to be that.
It's complicated, he said. The two of them need to spend Christmas alone together. Or
Yeah.
they have kids. I can't remember. But all right, Vanessa, thank you for listening. I like the way you just sort of break it down.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Okay, take care. 102.7, it is KISS FM, and it is time for Ryan's Roses. The light at the end of the tunnel before I put Claire on the line, they're not married yet.
Oh.
There is an escape hatch.
Well, better know now.
They're engaged. So here we go to Pacoima. Claire, thank you for coming on this morning. So what did your fiance, did he leave a message or speak to you in the middle of the night while he was at a bachelor party?
He called me at literally 3:38 in the morning, and he left me a voicemail because I
And
was
what
asleep
did you
already.
hear him say on that voicemail?
He said, "Hey, I just want to say I love you and I can't wait to marry you." And then he hung up.
And why are you so suspect about that?
Okay, I know that sounds really nice, but it just sounded super guilty to me. And he's been super quiet since he came back, and he insists he doesn't remember anything from that night, but I have this feeling. I just don't believe him.
Does
I
he
know
remember
something happened.
calling you and saying that?
He says he doesn't.
Well, that's not great.
No.
But before that, I'm like, oh, great. He's at a bachelor party and all he's thinking about is you. Great. What's the bad news?
I know something happened. I feel like he cheated on me or something happened that he doesn't want to tell me, and he's just feeling super guilty.
And he felt some guilt that night and left that voicemail.
Yeah.
Was it quiet in the background, or was it noisy in the background of the voicemail?
I couldn't really tell. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear a lot of noise.
Is the wedding off if you find out that he cheated on you then?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out, I guess. I just want to know the truth. I want to know what happened, and then.
Well, it would be off for me. All
Yeah,
right,
it'd be
hold on
completely
one
off.
second. We're going to see if we can find out what happened. So her fiance was at a bachelor party. He calls at 3:30 in the morning, says, "I love you, want to marry you," and she thinks that's
Suspect.
guilt. Like he's calling out of guilt, and then he doesn't remember making the call because they were drinking.
Where was the bachelor party?
Claire, where was the bachelor party?
It was in Vegas.
It was in Vegas. Okay.
So he calls you and says that, doesn't remember he said that, and you think he did it out of guilt, which means you think that he may cheat on you anyway. I mean, is this in your mind?
Right.
I mean, now that you say that, no, but I just it's super weird and out of character for him to I just at this bachelor party in Vegas, who knows what's going to happen, and for him to call me nearly 4 a.m. and leave kind of a cryptic message, I just
But some couples would say, "Oh, you know what? I trust my fiance so much. I
Right.
know that he meant that, but he probably forgot, and all is good."
Do you not?
I don't feel like you have that
him?
trust.
Yeah, has he broken your trust before? Why are you going to this place?
I trust him, but the voicemail was just so weird. You guys have to trust me. It was just so I could tell there was something else going on, and the first thing I would think of is cheating. I mean, it's a bachelor party. I don't know. It's Vegas.
Yeah,
All right, here's what I need you to do. Ryan, you say this. Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your fiance's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right. We are going to call him. Stay very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Let's see what we can find out, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mario?
Yeah, this is Mario.
Hi,
Who's this?
my name is Vienna. I'm calling from the Sweet Bloom, and we're actually a new flower shop that services the Pacoima area and offering local residents a sweet promotion today. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. We can send locally or anywhere in the U.S. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Wait, you say you're giving away free roses?
It's a dozen red roses that you can send. Yeah, they're absolutely free. I'm just trying to promote my new business. And all I ask is that if you're pleased with our arrangements, you refer us to your friends and family. I don't need cash. I don't need credit card info from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to and a note. We can have them out by lunchtime today.
And there's no delivery fee.
No delivery fee. We can send them locally or we can send them anywhere in the U.S.
Okay. Okay, I'm not committing to anything. I just wanted to make sure I understand really quick.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
If I send my fiance a dozen roses, you will send them to her for free completely.
Correct.
Oh my God! Wow! Okay. God, that's just an amazing coincidence because I was just
I was just thinking about buying her flowers, actually.
Great. What's your fiance's name?
So her name is Claire.
Okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
Well, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Okay.
And that's it.
Can you hang on 1 second?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So I'm not saying anything.
I know.
Claire, are you there?
Yeah.
So
Do you
are
wanna-
you sure you want me to come on there and tell him he's on with us?
No.
I mean, because I just I'm glad that he's sending the roses to me. I'm very glad, but I want to know if something happened. I want to know. I need to know. I just have this gut feeling.
Okay.
So yes, I want you to
sure?
go on. Yes,
Okay.
I'm 100% sure.
Which line is he on?
12.
I think it's too dangerous.
Maybe be like,
he didn't-
congratulations, you passed the test.
But why? I don't think we should keep going.
I don't either, but this is her life.
Then fine, don't do it if you don't want to.
I don't. Claire, I have to tell you, Sisney and I feel uncomfortable bringing Mario in, so I think that we should leave this with you to talk to Mario about.
We don't feel comfortable confronting him at this point. He sent the flowers to you. I feel like that is where we can take it at this point.
Can I say something that's unpopular?
What?
Oh.
You're not guilty of cheating, are you?
No.
It's not
No,
like a
absolutely
projection.
not.
Well, I mean, this has happened to us before where we've been played.
Whereas someone in your position was accusing someone in his position because they had done it, and out of guilt, this is what they did back to them.
But don't you think maybe he's sending me flowers because he feels guilty?
No.
All right, fine. Mario, are you still there?
Oh my gosh.
Mario, are you there? Mario? Mario, my name is Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. We have your wife, to be, Claire, on the line. Mario, the reason we're calling is that Claire thinks that you cheated on her while you were at the bachelor party in Las Vegas, and you called her out of guilt in the middle of the night to say you wanted to marry her. Mario, what's your response?
Is this some kind of joke? What
Claire,
is
do you
going
want
on
to
right
explain
now?
to him?
Claire?
Mario, when you called me and left that voicemail at 3:30 in the morning, you sounded weird, like something was up, like you felt guilty. You said you did something bad.
Wait, are you talking about the bachelor party right now? I'm so confused.
Yes, when you were at the bachelor party.
What did you do that was so bad, and were you calling her out of guilt, and did you cheat on Claire?
Okay, I didn't even know that I called you. I called you at 3:30 in the morning.
She says you called her at 3:30 in the morning. You said, "Hey, I love you. I can't wait to marry you."
And I
you
did
hung
something
up.
bad.
Okay, well, that's just. I don't think we should do this on the radio right now.
So
honestly.
did you do something wrong? Did you cheat on Claire?
I did not cheat on Claire. Okay,
So-
I did not cheat.
So what happened?
All right,
Why'd you make that call?
This is really, I can't believe this is happening right now. Okay, basically, that night we went to the casino, okay? We were gambling a little bit, and it didn't go so well, all right? And I went back to the ATM a few times because I was drunk, and I kept, trying, and I lost a little bit more than we budgeted for it. And I felt so guilty and sick to my stomach, and I was drunk, and I don't know. I guess I called you because I just felt bad about that, but I did not cheat. But
So
I
this
was,
is
yeah, I
about
was feeling
you.
guilty.
You lost money. This has nothing to do with another woman.
No, nothing to do with another woman. I just lost a lot of money, and I felt really, really bad about it.
Claire,
Okay.
What's your reaction?
I'm so grateful that it wasn't another woman. The gambling's not great, but I guess best case scenario. So yeah, I knew something was up. So thank you guys for helping me with this.
All right. So to be clear, Mario, you didn't cheat. You lost some money. It was a significant amount. You felt guilty. You called Claire. You said you want to be with her, and Claire doesn't care about the money. So you guys are going to be good together, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like also, Claire, we have to like talk a little bit about trust.
Yeah.
And like, this needs to be a real conversation, but yeah.
We can talk about trust, but you should have told me about the gambling instead of hiding it and making me think something was going on.
We're going to let you guys go on this note, okay? Thank you for staying on with us. You know, I was not thinking about all the things I should have been thinking about for that Ryan's Roses a few minutes ago. So, Claire, I don't know how much I think Claire trusts this guy.
Yeah, and there's
Mario,
more,
her fiance.
There's more insecurities there than I'd like to have
Or is
see her
she
have
carrying
before she's
guilt?
about to marry him.
But is something going on with her that she's trying to make it seem like it's him, gaslight, so that she gets out of the engagement? I wouldn't be so sure.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy for you to say that.
I'm going to be so sure.
Okay, so let's play this
I
out.
want to know how much he lost.
Well, clearly it was a lot because he felt guilty and he called her to say, I want to marry you. But I never, so it's funny, I didn't think this would be about gambling, not once during that call, but of course that makes total sense. So it was not another woman, and Claire does not trust him.
But wouldn't you say that in the voicemail? Then leave it so vague so that she'd go crazy and think it's about another woman?
My voicemail's not set up. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
but
true. So annoying.
I don't know who leaves voicemails.
Who leaves voicemails anymore, anyways?
Yeah, so that was like a weird. But so you think Claire's good, but she doesn't trust Mario. I just don't know that these two should get married yet.
Well, we also don't know when the wedding is, but I guess if he already had his bachelor party, it's probably very soon.
I don't unlike Mario. Why do I unlike Mario? Why?
I don't know, because he got super drunk and apparently took out thousands of dollars in loss in Vegas and then lied to his fiance about it. And
the lying is not so great.
Yeah. There's already some red flags there for me.
So maybe this couple's just not ready yet. Maybe they need to take a beat.
Maybe, but I don't think that's going to change now or in 5 years.
Diana?
Hi.
Do you have any Galveston after this? My stomach hurts.
What's Galveston?
What?
Like Pepto?
Is it better than Pepto?
I'll take Pepto, Pepsid AC,
Tums?
Galveston. I'll take any of it.
Galveston.
I know that. What's that one I used to take? They pulled off the shelves. What was that?
That's
what was
not
that
good.
one? Heartburn. What was that one you took for heartburn? They said that's just bad for you. Remember? They pulled it. It was very popular. No, it wasn't Tums. It was right up there with Tums. It was
Alka-Seltzer?
No. Mark, what was the one they pulled for heartburn?
Zantac?
Zantac.
Oh, they did?
They pulled that?
Oh, yeah. That's been walking around for decades with the Pepto, and they pulled that stuff right off. That's what you used to get you get heartburn. You take one of those.
I
you get
haven't had heartburn since I was pregnant.
Anyway, what my point is, this Ryan's Roses gave me that. Diana in Wilmington.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think you're 100% right. Like, she cheated, classic deflection.
You think she is guilty?
Oh.
So I am not crazy to think that.
No, you're not. And I feel like she's hoping he cheated so then she can sleep better at night.
Then it's a wash. Yes. I felt that, guys. I felt that. And y'all told me not to think that.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
think Diana could be right. It was a lot of no matter what he said, she kept deflecting, or projecting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would not cut that theory out.
Yeah. Right. I think the trust would never be there. It would always be a problem.
Well,
it is weird how she said,
thank
you
you.
guys have to trust me. I just know. Like, it was weird that she did say
telling
that.
you, something was,
Like,
the
why do we
aroma
have
was
to
off
trust
there.
you? What
Something
do you
was
know that
off.
we don't know? Interesting.
All right. Diana, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
It's time for Ryan's Roses on 102.7 KISS FM. Right now, Ryan's Roses. Stop what you're doing, because here we go. Callie in Torrance has reached out. Her husband's been acting weird for weeks, right? She said, so she tried the water bottle trick that we told her about on our show. This was the thing I said. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember this.
Well, remind me.
So if you think that your
'Cause I remember
spouse,
saying it, but I remember what it
if
was.
you think that your spouse is cheating, you get a water bottle that's kind of like a reusable water bottle, and you
Right.
put it in their car,
You say, "I found this."
and you say, "Hey, I found this in your car," or whatever, and then they go, "That's not mine." If they're not cheating, but if they are cheating, then they say it's
They act
theirs.
like it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the hacks. Good on you.
I remember that one too. It was
All right,
tricky,
Callie,
tricky.
so you tried this, and what happened when you did the water bottle trick?
Well, so okay, my husband's been acting weird for weeks. We're trying to get pregnant, and so I figured that's all it was. He's nervous about becoming a dad, and that's why he's being weird. But I also noticed that he's hiding his phone more lately, and he's leaving the room to take calls, and he has a lot of after work meetings. So I tried to ignore it, but it was really starting to bother me. And I heard about the water bottle trick, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. So I got this generic-looking water bottle at the Dollar Tree, and I left it in his car, and I said, hey, I found your water bottle. And I handed it to him, and he said, oh, thanks, I've been looking for that. So I feel like I was like, no, I bought that. I bought that at the Dollar Tree.
Oh, geez.
But-
So this is exactly what we feared.
So then what do you say?
Yeah.
And what do you
Yeah.
say?
So I want to say, like, who is she? Who are you sleeping with? But I'm afraid like he'll act like I'm crazy. So I thought I would call and see if we could bust him on Ryan's Roses.
All right, we're going to do that. So basically, you felt like this was happening. Then you do the water bottle trick. He falls for it. So now you really think something's up and you want us to jump in.
Right. Like, it
Okay.
might sound silly, but I haven't been able to sleep since he failed that test.
Nothing sounds silly when it comes to these issues because they are really, really anxiety ridden anytime you're starting to think of this stuff. Do you have any idea who it might be? Any thought?
I don't know. He works with a lot of women, so I have a lot of ideas, but I don't want to say.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. We are going to make this call for you. I'm going to play one song while we get everything in order. We're in it. Ryan's Roses right now. Ryan Seacrest with you. Thanks for having us on. We're in the middle of a Ryan's Roses. You just got here in time if you want to hear us call. Callie, we're going to try and call your husband. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Okay. You have my permission to call, on Kiss FM.
All right, we're going to call him now. So she did the water bottle trick where she put a water bottle in the car and said, oh, hey, you lost this. Well, she planted the water bottle, so she thinks he's covering that up. He's like, yeah, thanks. I've been looking for that. No, I planted that, Callie's saying.
Yep.
And he's been acting strange. So she thinks her blood's boiling, thinks that something's up. So, Callie, be very quiet. Let's see if we can find out, okay? Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, this is Mike.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning. My name is Olivia. I'm calling from Cali Blooms. Actually, we deliver in Torrance and most of the South Bay. How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. We're actually offering local residents a promotion of a free dozen red roses. They're absolutely free. You can send them to anybody that you'd like anywhere here locally, and we don't need any billing info from you, anything like that. Just the name of the person you'd want to send them to. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Sorry, you caught me off guard. I thought this was the electrician calling me back. Wait, you said you're a florist?
Yes, Cali Blooms. We're new to the area, and we deliver in Torrance and most of the South Bay area. And since you're a local resident, we are doing a promotion of a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. Trying to promote my business. So if you like our flower arrangements, then we hope that you return as a paying customer. But these ones are free. They're on us. I don't need any cash. You don't need to pay anything. They're absolutely free.
Okay. There's no delivery fee. I just tell you who to send them to?
Exactly.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Can you send them to Trish?
Sure. And what would you like to put on the card?
I guess put counting the minutes.
Counting the minutes.
Hey, Mike, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your wife, Callie, on the line. What are you doing counting the minutes to see Trish? What's going on, Mike? Callie wants to know who Trish is. Who is Trish, Mike?
I knew you were cheating. Honestly, deep down, I knew it was Trish.
Who's Trish?
Trish.
Callie, who's Trish?
Trish is his ex. So, like, they were engaged. She broke it off. I always knew he would have rather married her. I always knew it.
That is not true. That is not true.
You just sent flowers to Trish and not your wife.
So have you been keeping a romantic relationship alive with Trish, Mike, and for how long?
Listen, that's none of your business. I mean, this is between me and my wife.
I agree.
Yeah, you're
so how long
trying
has
to
it
get
been?
me pregnant, and then you're sneaking out with Trish. Your parents always liked her better. Trish is why I wanted you to take that job in San Diego so she could be out of our lives for good.
Is that true?
No, that is not it. That's not what's happening here.
Well, what's happening, Mike? Please clear it up then.
I don't owe you any explanation. I will explain this to my wife when I get home.
Perfect.
Good luck with
We're
that.
all here. Go ahead.
I'm not going to be here. You go home to Trish. You tell Trish to pick up your dirty socks every day. You tell Trish to share a nasty bathroom with you. You had a good thing here, and you blew it.
So, Mike.
I can explain it.
Mike, there's nothing to explain. You just sent roses to Trish. Your wife has just hung up on you. I don't have her on the line anymore. I can't get her back. You said counting the minutes. So what was your plan here? How is this all going to end, Mike, in your mind?
Listen, I'm not explaining anything to you.
All right, explain it to Sissany.
What was your plan?
No, this is bull.
Well, you're cheating on your wife. You've been caught.
It is BS. That's what you've created. So what's up? What were you going to do? Leave her?
No, I wasn't. No, it was just.
So you were just going to be with both of them?
I don't have to explain anything.
But you could. Here's your chance to come clean.
No, I'm not doing this.
He's dirty.
Where's Trish right now, Mike?
No, I'm not doing this.
I know, but where's Trish?
He hung up.
Gone.
But where's Trish?
I don't know where Trish is.
So that was telling. Mike cheating. They don't have kids though, so like she said, she's leaving.
Bye.
Yeah. Blessing in disguise.
Good morning. It's Ryan Seacrest with you. Going to put a pin, suspend it for a second, and come back to that chat about Ryan's roses. And Mike, his wife Callie, who found out that he's cheating with his ex Trish. All right, guys, let's get to a not so good vibe. We had a Ryan's Roses call a second ago. Mike and Callie, married in Torrance. We get Mike on the phone, and he just sends the roses to his ex Trish. And, you know, it was very telling because he sent the roses. He's cheating, right? He's cheating with his ex, Trish. Sent the roses, said, counting the minutes. He's cheating. Callie said, I'm out. They don't have kids. She's leaving. But she knew it. She suspected it, and she suspected it for several reasons. Because she said the family always liked Trish better. The family wanted Trish to marry Mike. So she was already down the path of reasons why Mike might have been with Trish, even though all wrong. So she's out, and her hunch was right. And Mike said, I don't have to explain it to you guys. It's a bunch of BS, he kept saying. And he's right. It is BS. And he doesn't have to explain it to us because it was basically explained. You're cheating on your wife with Trish. Yeah.
Scum.
That's what he's doing. Jaylena Montebello. Now, you say never date a dude who was engaged and broke it off. Is that right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Would never date a guy who had been engaged because it's obvious that he's going to always wonder what that could have been like, what that would have been like married to that other person.
So your rule, and those listening, maybe you'll have this rule. If someone was engaged and they broke it off, you just take them off the list, huh? What? Thank you for that point. Tanya, would you live by that?
No.
So if someone was engaged You'd still marry them.
So, yeah. But I never, so I had all those rules. Like, I had all those rules. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, but
the
Robbie
rules.
was married, right?
Yeah. But I think it's different married and engaged.
Well, it
think
is
What
different.
she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It
then
is
you never got, if you were engaged, you never actually got to like
See
be
if
in
it
that,
worked or
see
not.
it through. Yeah.
So you always might be wondering, what if this is better?
Correct. But I feel like those rules, I think it's like not every shoe fits every foot. It's not a one size fits all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about how confident you are in your relationship with that partner, with that
Yeah.
person.
Kiss FM. LA is number 1 at Music Station. Let's get to Ryan's Roses from Brenda. So, Brenda, thank you for coming on in Valley Village. Brenda, good morning.
Good morning.
I see that your mom and dad, they're divorced, but now you think your dad's dating your roommate. What makes you think that?
Okay. My mom and dad have been divorced for a really long time, and so I live in Valley Village. I have my roommate, Delilah, so when I first moved in, my dad comes and he's helping me unpack and hang things and, like building furniture and stuff. And so, we've always been close since he and my mom got divorced. So I know my roommate, Delilah, was seeing someone, but she wouldn't say who because she didn't want to, jinx it or whatever. So the thing is, my dad has been stopping by quite a bit lately, which is fine. I love having my dad around, but it's, starting to get a little bit annoying. And I wasn't thinking anything of it until there was a thing last week where I came home from work and my dad was already sitting in my kitchen with Delilah. And he said he came to see me, but him and Delilah were just, hanging out at the kitchen table, just, chatting. And it felt super awkward. There was definitely a vibe going on. And, I think they were together while I was at work and knew he could just lie if I came home early. So I don't know. I need to find out if this is happening.
And why
because
can't
if
you
it is,
talk to your roommate?
she doesn't want to say who she's dating because she doesn't want to jinx her relationship or whatever.
Oh, no.
So this could go really bad. I mean, if your roommate's doing this behind your back and your dad's doing this behind your back, that doesn't make me feel good about anything.
No, and it's I feel really gross. Then, but when you just walk into a room and you can just feel like there's something going on. It felt like
Yes.
that when I came home from work that day. So I don't know. I've just got a really good hunch that something is happening.
Okay,
but what if they're in love?
Well, they've lied.
But sometimes you lie at the beginning of relationships.
But it's her roommate. And it's her dad.
I understand.
And they're tiptoeing around in her apartment. Or
It's
her
not
house.
great.
Yeah, it's
What
the
would you
apartment.
do? Okay, so what would you do if you find out that they are actually in love?
Well, why do we have to play that exercise out?
All right, well, let's just make
All right,
it
let's
go.
just find out, because maybe you don't need to make that decision. All right, hang on 1 second, Brenda. Oh, it's deceit. It's double deceit.
But love.
You would be okay with this,
Are
Tanya?
you kidding me
I'm
right
not-
now?
I'm just saying it might not just be.
All right, we're into Ryan's Roses. So, Tanya, you were saying before the break that now the situation is Brenda is concerned that her dad may be behind her back dating her roommate in her own apartment.
Mhm.
And you think that might be okay?
Well, I'm just playing all scenarios here. And what if they're in love?
That would not be okay with me.
Not with me either. I think it wouldn't be okay with me either. And to do it behind my back while I'm away at work in my apartment, no.
No. And then that just changes everything. It changes your relationship with your friend.
And with your dad.
But you
family
obviously
gatherings.
like this roommate. You wouldn't be living with someone that you didn't like and enjoy. And
But
that's
it's my dad.
And then they become your stepmom?
That's weird. Okay, Brenda, sorry. We're going to call your dad and see who's top of mind to send the roses to. Delilah is the roommate, right? So, Brenda, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your dad's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my dad.
Okay, we're going to do that now. Good luck. Okay, let's see if we can find out who's top of mind, who he sends the roses to. Here we go.
Is this Aaron?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Aaron. Good morning. My name is Vicky. I'm calling from Valley Flowers. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Listen, I'm not interested. I'm on the no-call list, so please
no,
don't call me again.
You're a local resident, and that's why we make these phone calls, actually. And we're doing a promotion for local residents of a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you would like. They are free. I don't need any billing info. I don't need cash from you. We're just new to the area and trying to promote our business.
You know I wasn't born yesterday, right? I know a scam when I hear one, okay? Free flowers?
Yes. All I need is the name of the person you want to send them to.
Okay, all right. Okay, why not? I feel like I'm going to regret this, but her name is Delilah. She is at... That's,
okay, before we get to the address, actually, what would you like to put on the note?
Well, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Just put the capital P, capital P.
Capital P as in Peter?
Paul.
Oh, Paul. Okay, and then
Peter,
T?
Paul, popcorn. Yes, 2 capital P's.
Oh, two capital P's. Okay, PP.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Those aren't really my initials. It's kind of an inside joke. But
yeah, so do you want me to sign your name like Love Aaron?
No, I want you to sign it Love PP. That'll be perfect.
Oh. Okay.
Aaron, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And I have your daughter, Brenda, on the line. Please don't hang up for a second. Aaron, who is Delilah? Do you know who she is? Can you tell us what your relationship is to Delilah?
Well, listen, you kind of caught me off guard. That's not something I really want to discuss on the radio.
I understand that. Actually, it makes a lot of sense. But who is she?
I'm not sure what this is all about, but it's, someone in my life, and it's not something that I want to broadcast.
Is it your daughter, Brenda's roommate?
Look, it just kind of happened, yes.
Dad, what the hell?
Brenda, look, Angel, you gotta listen to me for 1 second, okay?
Call me Angel. How could you do this?
Listen, honey, it just kind of happened. Look, we wanted to tell you. We were just waiting for the right time. You're blowing this way out of proportion. We're both single, and we hit it off.
Dad, she's 24. That is disgusting.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. Look, let's just cool off. We can talk about this at a later time when we all calm down, okay?
I don't have time. I need to find a new place to live.
Honey, no, you don't. We can figure this out. You're overreacting.
Oh my God.
Overreacting. Oh my God. When did this start?
You remember when I had to come back and finish putting your desk together because it was missing that piece? I came by and you weren't there, and Delilah and I got to talking, and we ended up exchanging numbers.
So you have been texting and calling each other behind my back for how long?
I don't know, a couple of months maybe.
Oh my God.
Okay, listen, Brenda, I gotta go. Let's talk later. Don't tell your mother yet. Let's just go somewhere quiet and private where we can sort things out, okay?
Hello?
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 Did they both hang up?
She did. Are you there? Aaron, are you there? What happened?
I have no idea. Ew.
Tanya?
We should have asked if they were in love.
I can't laugh from that. All right, we will come back to Ryan's Roses, but there's nothing about what just happened that's okay. Nothing about that is okay. There maybe in some other way of it coming together with people's blessing, it could become okay, but it's not okay the way that unfolded.
No.
Whether they're in love or not.
But they were trying to figure out how to tell her.
In love, if they just were connected over putting a desk together and were texting behind her back over a couple months.
Could happen in a couple months.
Well, let's do the headlines and then we'll come back to all this. All right, I think we need all hands on deck here for this one. Ryan's Roses, Brenda found out that her dad is secretively hanging out with her roommate. Brenda was away at work, and her dad came over to assemble a desk. And that's when the sparks happened. And they've been texting and whatever they've been doing behind her back for months. I'm just not comfortable with it. It's not okay. And how it didn't cross Dad's mind that this is a bad idea is really bad judgment. Now, the dad in this situation was divorced, but didn't he sign the card, Love PP?
Yeah, we don't know what the PP initials meant.
But a nickname, grosser.
Yeah, they already have nicknames for each other, so it's moving.
And how about the roommate living with the daughter every day with this charade?
Knowing this.
Now, on what level is it okay? On what level? You said love, Tanya.
If they're in love, yeah. If they're in love,
it's okay that he lied to his daughter and
it's
the
not
roommate
okay.
lied.
It's not okay. I'm not saying it's okay, but I do think when the emotions settle down from all this, I do think she'll see the forest through the trees.
No, that's going to take a lot of time.
If it were me, no. No forest, no.
I could
no
never
seeing.
get over it.
No. I would not see anything but a brick wall.
Yeah.
Me.
You say that.
There's so many other people on this planet. Why would he have to go for one of her best friends or her roommate or whoever?
And then he said, don't tell your mother about this. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, it's like,
guys,
okay.
It's a lot of weird. It's exponentially weird. Ariel in Pasadena, what do you think?
Oh, this sucks. I feel so bad for her. I really do.
But you think you know what PP means?
Yeah. Ew. Okay. So my ex called himself PP, and I don't know if it's the same for this dad, but for him, it stood for perfect private.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can
my
see
gosh.
what we broke up.
Oh.
A little proud.
Okay, come on.
Why? Okay, now, Tanya, love?
We don't know. We don't know.
Well, thank you for that insight, Ariel. That's changed everything this morning.
Yikes.
PP, she's probably right. Right? I mean, that's probably right. What else is it going to be?
He did tell us it wasn't his initials, so.
But was his name Aaron?
Oh. Well, his name is Aaron.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, Aaron, you don't get PP out of that.
No, you do not.
So it's probably that. All right. We need some Irish music here. Because I got a segue. I need something.
Is there any other music that you could play?
Oh, this is great.
I like it. It's nice.
I got a segue from all that to what I'm going to do next. I need a moment of bridge.
You should play some Main Street music like you play when you go into Disneyland.
Well,
this is
guess what? That's not available.
Oh, jeez.
You find that shocking. 102.7 Kiss FM. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So listen to this. Dear Ryan and Sissany, I was cleaning out our car, and I noticed a footprint on the inside of one of the backseat windows. I just can't think of any other explanation that makes any sense. A footprint on the backseat window.
Yikes.
A human footprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never heard of that. And
now,
we've
she
never
doesn't
had
have
that.
Kids with, like, you know, I have a lot of prints in the back of my seat window.
So, Lindsay, we want to get more on this footprint. So this was an adult-sized human footprint on the window of the back seat?
Yeah. It was way too big to be one of the kids. So I don't know. I've been totally racking my brain to figure out like a reasonable explanation.
How did you even find it?
Well, I was just cleaning out the back of the car. Like I was just,
And you saw it? Like the sunlight hit it a certain way?
Yeah, you can just see it. Like my kids there's goldfish everywhere, so I'm just cleaning the back of the car and there's it's a footprint.
Do you have car seats?
Yeah.
So that means that
I have one car seat. Yeah.
So do you think the car seat was removed for whatever activity took place in this back seat?
Well, the car seat changes cars. Like we don't have two. We move it back and forth between. So yeah,
that's not a big deal.
So in your mind, what has happened here in your mind?
Well, I think he's cheating on me, and I think he hooked up with someone in our car, is what I think. Like every time I try to bring it up to him, I just freeze because I'm just too scared to find out the answer. But I don't know how else this footprint gets. You know what I mean? It's not a kid's. It's an adult footprint for sure. And
how long have you been married?
We've been married for 6 years. We've been together for 8.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We're going to make the call to him next at KISS. Listen to this. If you just got here, this is a very interesting Ryan's Roses. So Lindsay found a human footprint on their backseat car window, and she thinks that her husband was in there with the woman. And that's first for me in Ryan's Roses land. Mm-hmm. That was what someone found, a footprint on a window seat. So she thinks that her husband hooked up with somebody in the backseat of their car at some point.
And graphically.
Well, I mean
to the point to where like the leg was up on the window.
Well, haven't you put your feet like out the window?
Not on the window.
Out?
And then the back seat? That'd be so strange.
And the back seat on the window?
Not really.
Are you
Think about it. You're in the back seat of someone's car.
Yeah.
Well, because it's winter, so it's not. Because like in the summer,
lay down
you
in someone's car.
Yeah, you put your feet out the window. I've done that.
I never put my feet out the window. That's so dangerous.
Okay, guys.
Well, why this?
I'm just saying it might not be it might not just be that. You've never put your foot up on the dashboard?
Okay, you're not riding my car anytime soon. Those kind of mechanics. Lindsay, we are going to call your husband out and see what we can find out. I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call and then his name on KISS FM. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call.
Okay, we're going to do that now. Be very quiet. Let's see what we can find out. And then we'll tell him that we're all here on the air, okay? Good luck, Lindsay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Garrett?
Yes.
Hi, Garrett. My name is Dina, and I'm calling from Dina's Flowers in Downey. We're actually doing a promotion for Valentine's Day for our Valentine's Day arrangements. And it's a dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They are free. I don't need any cash or billing info from you or anything like that, a credit card info, nothing like that. We're just doing a promotion for local residents. And since you live in the area, we can deliver today or anytime that's more convenient for you. We just need the name of the person that you'd want to send them to and a note. Like I said, they are free. We're just trying to promote our Valentine's Day arrangements.
Yeah. Okay. So, let me ask you this. Why should I believe this is real? Like, that seems kind of shady to just call me up like this.
It's not. We do this once a month. It's a promotion that we do here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need from me?
We can start with the name you want to send them to in a note.
Oh. Okay. Her name is Jackie.
Okay. What would you like to put on the note, Garrett?
Well, wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the LA Fitness? The one on. Can you send them there? I don't really have the address on hand, but it'd be that one.
I can look it up. What would you like to put on the note?
Thank you. Oh, she's only there until 2, so they need to get there by 2. I just, is that going to be a problem?
No problem. What would you like to put on the card?
I don't know, whatever. Just happy early Valentine's Day. Love, Garrett.
Okay.
Garrett, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I I have your wife, Lindsay, on the line. So stay where you are, Garrett. Lindsay's on the line with us now, listening to all of this. Who is Jackie?
What?
Jackie, who is she?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Lindsay, are you there? What?
Yeah, I'm here. Who is she? Who's Jackie?
I'm sorry. You set me up?
Garrett, answer the question. Who's Jackie?
Oh my God! No. This is not an appropriate question. I'm sorry. What?
It is
I
the
found a
most
footprint.
appropriate question.
Oh my God! I found a footprint on the inside window of the back seat of our car. It's this Jackie's, isn't it?
Okay. Well, I'm sure that was one of the kids or one of their friends fooling around.
It's clearly an adult. Don't stop lying. Don't lie to me.
Okay. Look. Stop. Okay.
Stop what? Oh my God.
Jackie is someone that I met, and we're friends.
Really?
But you say Happy Early Valentine's Day, love Garrett, on the card you sent her.
Sounds like you love her, Garrett.
You're going to say it's completely normal for a married man to meet other women, become friends, and send them roses? That's like what you do?
Okay. You know what you're doing? You're yelling. I think we should end this conversation until a later time when we can speak to each other calmly.
Calmly?
She can talk to you however she wants.
Oh my God. We have 2 kids. Where do you?
Oh my God. See,
what?
No, this is what you do. This is what you do. You just start yelling, and then nothing can get accomplished because you just start yelling.
Garrett, come on.
She just found out you're cheating on her.
And you've had a woman in the backseat of your car with her footprint on the window doing whatever you do in that situation.
She can react however she wants to react.
So,
right now.
Garrett. He's hung up. Yeah, he's hung up. Lindsay, clearly, so
sorry.
You heard everything that we heard. You heard everything we heard. And his card says, Happy Early Valentine's Day, love Garrett. Send him to Jackie at LA Fitness.
What do I do? Do I go over to LA Fitness now?
Well,
I would.
I would, whatever you think you need to do, but don't let him turn this on you like he was just trying to do there.
That's what he does.
Gaslighting.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's like, you're yelling. I'm not going to talk to you, but I'm yelling about real things. So I don't even know.
Well, Lindsay, I think you've got all the information you need. You should have a very direct conversation with him and maybe track down Jackie. And good luck, Lindsay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, him trying to spin it around? Why are you yelling? This is what you do?
Ugh. Narcissistic.
I thought it was actually very interesting when you said, when he said this sounds shady, and you're like, it's not.
Yeah, I was like, Disney, do better.
It's
Cover it
not.
up better.
It's
She's
not.
like, it's not.
It's not.
Why do
Kiss
better?
FM.
I thought that was great. I
Kiss
did a
FM.
fantastic job.
A lot of reaction to that Ryan's Rose is finding a footprint. That's what was fascinating to me. The smoking gun was a footprint in the backseat window where he was hooking up with some other woman. So think this through for a second. What we just heard on Ryan's Roses was Lindsay's husband, Garrett, had Jackie in the backseat of their car doing whatever they were doing, which put a footprint, Jackie's footprint, up on their window in the back seat. That's what Lindsay saw. That's what she spotted.
Yeah.
A human footprint, adult-sized human footprint on the backseat window of their car.
Yeah.
So then he gets on the line and sends the roses to Jackie. Happy Early Valentine's Day, love Garrett. And then he goes on to say to his wife, well, it's a friend of mine. I'm sending roses to my friend. No, it just doesn't add up. But I've never heard of the footprint on the window.
No,
Like,
and then
never
that
thought to
was
check.
That was her women's intuition, and then from there, and now I get it because of the way he spoke to her. It really gave me an inside look into their relationship, and now I get why her brain went there. It's because I feel like he's been treating her like this for years.
Well, he tried to blame it. Why are you yelling at me?
Right.
This is what you do. We can't make any progress.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pure gaslighting, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I've never thought to look at the windows.
Never.
Now we will.
Marisol.
Yeah, now we're all going to check our windows. Okay.
Marisol and Linwood, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, first of all, I'm trying to wrap my head around the footprint on the window. Like, she must have had, like, really long legs or something. Am I wrong? Like, it just seems very impossible for that to happen. But regardless of that, this guy was clearly cheating with what's-her-face from the gym.
Jackie.
Jackie.
Let's walk through this.
Must be like a personal trainer or something.
Let's walk through this. Wouldn't you fall off the seat?
No,
you're out of the position. I'm putting
you're
over
in the back seat. You guys are
You're laying down in the back
laying
seat?
across in the back seat.
But I would fall over.
No.
And hit that hump in the middle.
Look. Picture the back seat. My actual bum is in probably the middle seat. Okay?
Got you. All
Therefore, my legs are now probably
I'm
on the window.
uncomfortable with all of this.
Now my foot is touching the window because my leg has to extend for
Stabilization.
for
leverage.
stabilization.
Okay. Yeah, I
All
can see
right.
that. I can see that now. Yeah.
Oh, I know what somebody's going to be doing this week.
Have you not done that?
Michael, hey,
Might
come
not
on.
know
Michael,
from
I have
experience.
Michael, I have an idea from the show. Marisol, thank you so much for calling. You take care.
No problem. You too.
Why are we taking out the car seats, honey? Why are we going to the garage? What's up?
Oh, gosh,
Michael,
it's such a
come
pain to
on.
take out our car seats. That's why I asked her. Because I'm like, man, taking
It's
out
a
the
big
car
deal
seats.
taking out the car
It's
seat.
such a big deal. When
I
someone
know.
asks us for a ride and they're like, "Can you give us a ride?" And we're like, "Yeah, we can."
I know.
Let us take out the car seats.
I have to put the car seat in when Flora visits and like putting it in.
I know. It's
me
like,
struggling to put it in and then putting her in it sometimes I have to do, which is tough too. It's 102.7 Kiss FM Los Angeles. That is where we are doing Ryan's Roses right now. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Christine has reached out to us in Harbor City. She says, I'm very concerned. Something is going on with my husband and a good friend of ours. Just got back from a trip to Cabo with our closest couple friends. On more than one occasion, my husband and the other wife disappeared.
No.
Ugh, my
That's not.
heart, my belly sinks.
Just no.
Can you just, Christine, thanks for coming on. Can you tell us, like, how long your husband and this other woman were gone from the group?
Yeah, I mean, it would be like a couple hours at a time. Like they would just randomly be going off to like he'd be at the gym, you know.
A couple of
Yeah, they would be
hours
gone-
at the time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like an hour or
Why
two
wouldn't
at
you go
least
with
every
them?
time.
Why wouldn't you go to the gym with them?
Well, my husband really likes working out by himself, or like she would be going shopping, and I'm not really like when I'm going to Cabo, I don't want to spend any time at a mall or like a shopping center. I want to be on the beach the entire time. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm fine with people doing their independent thing. And I didn't really think much of it the first time, but then like when it kept happening, it just felt like too much of a coincidence, you know?
I don't like it at all. And if you are seeing that pattern and you think something's going on, it probably is, isn't he?
What happened
Yeah,
when you
I
guys
mean-
got home?
Okay. I know I probably shouldn't have, but I don't know. I was kind of feeling crazy. I went into his phone. What was so strange was there was no messages at all between the two of
Everything
them.
was deleted.
Everything was gone. And we've known them for like a really long time. It's impossible that they would have never texted each other. In fact, I can even remember times when I've been like, hey, can you text Tash? Like, oh, we're going to be late or something. Like, why would it be gone? It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Christine, hold on one second. It's not going to be good.
I
Make the
don't
call
feel
next.
good about this one.
We are in the middle of Ryan's Roses. If you just got here, we're about to call Christine's husband. So Christine has told us they were in Cabo with their other couple friends, and her husband and the other woman would disappear for hours at a time to go to the gym, go do things. You had that feeling when you were all back together that something had happened when they were away, when they were alone. And I am terrified about what might happen here. So, Christine, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call. And then his name.
Ryan, you have my permission.
Yep. What's his name?
Please.
Okay. What's the other woman's name?
Tasha.
Tasha?
Yeah, Tasha. Like short for Natasha.
Tasha.
Okay, Tasha. Got it. All right. Be very quiet. Here we go. We're going to try and get him on the line.
Hello?
Hi, is this Gavin?
Z.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm calling from the Fresh Florist. How are you doing this morning?
Sorry, what?
I'm calling from the Fresh Florist. We actually deliver in Harbor City, the South Bay, and surrounding areas. And today we're offering a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They're absolutely free. I don't need anything from you, just the name of the person you want to send them to.
Sorry, I'm wait. I'm kind of doing something else. I wasn't really listening. Did I win something?
I'm calling from the Fresh Florist. We're a new flower shop here in like the South Bay, Harbor City area. We deliver throughout South Bay and LA, and we're offering a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like today.
Oh, really? Oh.
They're free. We just hope that if you do like them, then you return as a customer, and something we do about once a month.
Wow. Okay.
We can
Cool.
start with the name of the person you want to send to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, what you could send them to Tasha.
Tasha?
Mm.
Okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
You could just say from your secret. No, wait. Sorry. From your favorite. No. You know what? Just leave it blank. Just like keep it completely blank.
Okay.
And but like you could put a card in, but yeah, just leave it blank. I think that's the best.
Just to Tasha and
Gavin, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. I have your wife, Christine, on the line. Why are you sending roses to Tasha?
Wait, what? I'm on. Wait, what? I'm on.
Your voice
radio.
is being broadcast, correct? And we are calling you on behalf of your wife to find out why you're sending romantic roses to Tasha. This is a bit awkward because we know in our research, Gavin, that your friend's wife is named Tasha, and so why would you send your friend's wife roses? I'm confused.
Right.
She's a friend of ours.
But why wouldn't you send your wife the roses? Why would you send someone else's wife the roses, Gavin?
And why were you about to sign them from your secret or from your favorite or from fill in the blank?
You know what?
Christine, do you want to chime in?
Yeah.
She's on the.
I'm here, by the way. Hi.
Yeah, well, your secret admirer, Gavin, to Tasha was what was about to be sent via Ryan's roses. These were a dozen red roses. So, Gavin, just tell your wife. She knows you disappeared with Tasha in Cabo. She knows what went on. So just tell her. She knows it. Just tell her.
Something's going on. So
yeah, what
do
is
you
it,
say,
Gavin?
Okay, babe. I can I can totally explain. This is it's just like a misunderstanding.
Shoot.
Go.
Well,
you just sent her flowers. You kept sneaking off together in Cabo. Like, I don't really. What is the explanation then? If it isn't what seems obvious.
I'm not laughing. I get it. I can see how this looks weird, but nothing's going on with me and Tasha, I promise.
Can you then explain what you're going to explain? We'd like to know. You just sent roses to Tasha. You're disappearing with Tasha. Your wife has this gut feeling. It's not adding up for me.
No, I mean, yeah, okay, that's all true, but, you know, I don't feel like I should really be saying this on the radio, but I guess it's too late now. But Tasha thinks that Matt's checked out.
So why are you involved?
Really?
Right.
Yeah, why are you there to save the day?
Why does that mean you send her flowers?
Because you see an opportunity?
I mean, no, it's not really my place to say, but she told me, that she feels like he wants out. And
But why are you the confidant? Why isn't it you and your wife?
I mean, she's like worried that her marriage is going to end, so she
Why is she
wanted me to
confiding in
sneak
you?
off with her. Well, she wanted to make him jealous, like she wanted him. She thought.
And you played along.
Yeah, I
played
don't
into
believe
it.
that.
I was trying to take one for the team. I was trying to help her out.
So just so I understand, so Tasha thinks her husband's checked out, so she says, "Hey, let's make him jealous and make him think that we're hooking up," and you play along with it. Flag, it's a flag, it's a flag, bro. It's a flag.
Come on.
It's a flag.
When you say it back, it doesn't sound great.
Well,
but
now
like,
you say
it's
it back.
true.
You send her the roses. I mean, you should be sending your wife the roses if you're playing those kind of games.
How many times have you hooked up with Tasha?
I have not hooked up with Tasha. It's true. You want to call Tasha? Call her. She thought
But you're
that he
playing
would get
this
jealous.
charade because she wants to seem like you guys are hooking up. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
that's what
dude,
she wants you
they
on.
always-
But why would you play along with that?
That's such
Because
that's
you
crazy.
you want to. She thinks that the spark would reignite or whatever you want to say, and it's just like, I just thought that the
So
flag.
why didn't you
I
just
thought
tell
the
me?
Ah,
That if
Great
this is what's
point,
going
Christine.
on.
Why hide it, Gavin? If you're going to go help out, you should tell your wife, honey, listen, I just want you to know, here's what's going on. Which, by the way, Christine, I always said I'm uncomfortable with anyway.
Right.
No.
I
would not have been cool with it, but
No way. At what expense? The expense of your
exactly.
friendship? The expense of your marriage? It's like, what are you doing?
Well, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't think you'd notice me sneaking off.
Sneaking off.
Okay.
You see the choice of words that you just used?
And not noticing? All right, well, listen, Gavin, we're going in circles. Christine, I think I'm unsatisfied. I think you need to find out more. But just the premise of this is a problem. It's a problem.
oh,
All
yeah,
right, we're going to let you
it's
guys.
not cool.
Good luck, Christine. And Gavin, we're going to let you go. It's a problem. Going to go pretend that we're hooking up so that her husband thinks so, but
He's
I'm not
a
going to tell my
liar.
wife. He's lying. Marisol, do you think he's cheating or not?
Look, he may or may not be telling the truth, but the fact that he's laughing when his wife is freaking out, that's a huge red flag.
That's true.
I mean, the fact that he's going along with this idea that they're going to make their friends jealous by sneaking away with their friend's wife, then sends roses to her, it's all wrong. Marisol, thanks for calling.
Plus the deleted text messages.
There's for sure.
We forgot about those.